Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another brand new deck profile. A particular deck profile that's probably going to make me lose subscribers because of what this deck is. Yeah, my new deck, the deck that I've been bringing to locals that I'll be continue playing for this new format, is Runick Stun, which I brought to locals for the very first time last weekend. I did as well as you would expect. I had 1 win followed by 3 losses. But I have fun with this deck, even though everyone hates Stun. But anyway, yeah, so this is my new deck of choice. It's now nearly complete. I'm still waiting on 1 card. I'm 100% sure that it's lost in the mail, and that is Runick Golden Droplet. So I'm going to swap that out for Goes a Match. Now, this deck is near max rarity. That's another reason why I've done this, is because it is so cheap to max rarity these, what we're going to call my fun decks. The fun rogue decks. Because they're like, it's the money that I put into this would have probably gotten me like a playset of the best K9 card. Now, they're like, when I say full max rarity, or near max rarity, there are some that are like plat secrets instead of QCRs. Will I eventually upgrade them to QC? Maybe if the price goes down for some of them. Looking at you, Fossil Dyna. But aside from that, it's as max rarity as I can get it. So with that being said, let's dive right into the profile. So, as you've seen on top, I, of course, am playing 3 Fossil Dyna Peflis, that thing, Fossil Dyna. We'll just call him Fossil Dyna, because I cannot pronounce that other name. But yeah, you play 3 of this, you equip it with Moon Mirror Shield, and a bunch of like other stall cards, and then you just use your Runick cards to deck your opponent out. Yeah, so I only play like 6 monsters in the main deck, so this is one of them. Fossil Dyna is one of them. The other is Inspector Border, which again is in Plat Secret, but because this is Rarity Collection 1, it's not the nice looking Plat Secret as Fossil Dyna. Yeah. Initially, the original build that I was playing only played 3 border, but I changed it to be 45. This is 44. As I said, I'm missing Runick Golden Droplet. So, yeah, speaking of Runicks, let's move on to the Runick side of things. Now, this one is not the max rarity Runick spell, and that is simply because I'm not dropping 60 for a playset of collector rares, and that is Runick Tip. I'm happy leaving it as the Megatin Prismatic Secret Rare. Yeah, I have been playtesting this an awful lot online on YGO Omega, so that will be the next video, because I had originally planned to film locals today, but unfortunately I have surgery tomorrow for an ingrown toenail, so in order to make sure that I'm well rested, I'm going to have to forego going to locals this weekend, but next weekend I'll definitely will be filming, and then, so the local Chronicle series will be back in full swing the following Friday. So, yeah, have Runick Tip. We then, of course, play the Runick Destruction. Play that at 3. And then, of course, play the triple Runick Flashing Fire, which is, if I can target an opponent's monster to pop it, I can. And then force them to banish, which has come up a few times. Next is Runick Slumber at 3, and and then we have triple Freezing Curse, and then of course we have the 2 Runick Fountain in QCR, which honestly looks really, really nice. I do love all the artworks on Runick, which is why I opted to go for this. Now, I went for the Stun because I wanted to try something. Now, I do want to like tinker around with some other ideas for like to throw in with Runick. I'm not gonna go for the Runick Sprite for hire or Runick Sprite because I just that doesn't interest me. So when it comes to a deck, I only really play it if it interests me. So I might try Endymion Pendulum Runic, see how that fares. But then rounding out the runic spells, we have the one Dispelling and the one Smithing Storm, which is one of my favorites to use because when I have been playtesting this online, the max I've been able to banish off of an opponent's deck is 8. But it's, it is a fun card. And of course, with pairing it with Fountain, I can constantly recur it. And then, I did manage to finally beat Austin with this list. At game 3, I actually nearly decked him out. Then he gave me a lift home. How I'm still alive is beyond me. But yeah, as I said, afterwards, I went to go to lose every game after that, which I'll talk a bit about at the end. So now we get on to the fun cards. We have triple Moon Mirror Shield. We have triple Pot of Duality. We have double Messenger Piece. This is MRL first edition. Still says spell card on it, so it's the reissue MRL. Then, of course, I have 2 Dimensional Fissure. I have 2 Pot of Desires. I have the 1 card of Demise. The one Day of Peace, which has come up. Now, my favorite card that I put into this list is Card Scanner. Now, Card Scanner basically reads, once per turn, I can declare 1 card type, monster, spell, or trap. Both players reveal the bottom card of their decks, and if it was the declared card type, they add it to their hand. Otherwise, they place it to the top of their deck. If this face-up card in its owner's spell trap zone is destroyed by the opponent's card effect, you can make your opponent place 1 card from their hand to the bottom of the deck. So, because I play 40 spells, 39, 40 spells, I just call spell every time. So, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to activate Card Scanner, call spell. Ooh, I have a spell card at the bottom of my deck. Oh, you have a monster at the bottom of your deck. Well, I guess that's going to be your next draw. And then depending on what it is, like it could be Card of Demise, it could have get to draw up to 3. It could be 1 Day of Peace, which will protect me for a good bit, or it could be a Runic card. Then to, of course, finish off the deck, I have the 1 Terraforming as the extra search, even though the 3 tip does help, and any of the Runics can get me into Hugin, which Hugin can then search it. And then as for the traps, I'm playing 1 Rivalry of the Warlords, 1 There Can Be Only One to stop Yummy, and then 1 Skill Drain that I bought as a QCR. So yeah, that is the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck, and I actually don't have a side deck for this yet. I'm still toying around with that for what I might throw in, but for the extra deck, it's predominantly just the Runic fusion. So I play 3 Mirian, which is my go-to because at the end of every turn, I gain 1,000 light points. Equipping that with Moon Mirror Shield is just funny. Like, again, going with the game that I had with Austin, game 3, I got up to like 170,000 light points because I kept gaining 10k every turn. And then, equipping it with Moon Mirror Shield, having Messenger Piece on and Die-Fi on the field really, really helped. Next, I play 3 Geary of the Runic Fangs. I think I only really went into them once, and that was when I was going up against Aaron, who was on Lunar Lights. He was. Then of course we have, as I mentioned, the 3 Hugin, the Runic Wings, which I don't really go into that much because if I open the tip, I'm going to use the tip to search Fountain instead of using the tip to get out Hugin to get to Fountain. Then I play 2 Freaky, of the Runick Fangs. And then the last of the Runick fusions, I play one Sleipnir, the Runick main. And then I also play one Baguska, one Typhon, and then finally one SP, Little Knight. So yeah, when I first brought this to locals, I was missing 5 cards at the time, so it's still a 40 card list. I beat Austin on Crystron K9. I would then lose to Aaron Carey, and that is simply no. I think I lost to somebody else. Yeah, I lost to Josh because I bricked both games. Literally, game 2, I opened double Messenger Piece, double Moon Mirror Shield, and Runick Tip. So there wasn't really much that I could have done. Then I lost to Aaron, who was on Lunar Lights, because Ligar or whatever, or the new fusions that is unaffected by card effects. The moment he got that on both games onto the field, I just couldn't get over him. And then the last round was against Kieran, aka the Kevin James, who was on Yumi. I lost him game 1. Game 2, I had 3 back row set. One of them was Tikaboo. And then he proceeded to Harpy Feather Duster my entire back row. So that was a quick 2-0 to him. So yeah, only one win last week. So I'll be interested to see how the full power list does now next weekend. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'm not going to lose any subscribers over going to stun. But yeah, I am back. I'm going to be probably recording going over the testing of this list on YGO Omega, which I had originally planned to do, but I just haven't had the time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next week for another brand new upload.